welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the background already, we're in another hotel room, but I could not miss the opportunity to do a review on the Hola, Chola eyeshadow palette. It came in the mail before I left, so I definitely had to bring this bad boy with me and do a review on it. So I went ahead and already did my eyebrows. Sorry if I keep looking back there. There's another mirror behind me and it's literally massive. I'll turn the camera around and show you guys in just a second. But I went ahead and did my eyebrows, and I brought down the concealer to my lid so we can just go ahead and jump right into the eyeshadow. But let me flip the camera around and show you guys this really huge mirror. Guys, look how big this mirror is. Like, huge. I love it. I love it. Guys, I'm so excited to dip into this eyeshadow palette. If you guys haven't already seen the palette, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. We'll go ahead and zoom it in so you guys can see the shades up close. But the palette is super, super cute. This is the outside of it, and then this is the back of it. And then what I love is this like bandana thing, because it's like old school, you know? So it's super, super cute. And then once you open the palette, it says Becky G times ColourPop, and then the little, you know, little red around it to make it a little cute. We'll go ahead and do some swatches. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the first row, which is this row right here. We're gonna be dipping into Shy Girl for the first shade. It's a really, really white shade, like a white eyeshadow. So I kind of was swatching it a few times because I'm a really like light skinned person, so it's gonna be hard to see that shade. Now I'm dipping into Lil Smiley, which is like it's kind of like my skin tone, but a little bit more yellow. Now we're dipping into Cholita, which is like a really pretty caramel brown shade. And then now for the last shade on the first row, we're dipping into Chicana. These shades are so pigmented and so beautiful. If you guys know ColourPop, you guys already know the fucking palettes are always worth it. And they're literally at a good price, $12. I think, how much did I pay for this? I paid like 28 something for this because I literally bought it as soon as it came out. And I wasn't able to buy the whole like PR package thingy, so I had to just get stuck with this. But it's definitely super cute. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and dip into this second row right here. For the first shade, we're dipping into Lil B. I'm just gonna swatch this right here on my arm. No, I don't mind this right here, it's hair dye. Now I'm gonna dip into Chula. This is like a milk chocolate brown. This is really pretty. Look at that. Wow. And then we're dipping into Loca. That's me. If you don't know what Loca means, that means crazy. And then now we're dipping into Chicana, which is a really pretty red shade. It makes me miss my hair. Look at that. That is so pretty. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and just dip into this last row right here on the bottom. For the first shade, we're dipping into Ruca, which is like a really dark chocolate brown. It's so beautiful. Now we're gonna dip into Gata, which is a really gray, like pretty gray. Wow, it's like a legit gray shade. It's really hard to get good gray, so that's really pretty. Now we're dipping into Sad Girl, which is like way darker than Ruca. So instead of it being like a milk chocolatey, you know what I mean? It's like a dark ass, like almost as dark as my hair, but not black, if that makes sense. And then now we're gonna dip into Lil Smoky, which is just a straight black shade. And these are the shades. I hope you guys like the swatches. I definitely suggest that you guys keep on watching. I'm gonna go ahead and create a beautiful look with this eyeshadow palette. Okay guys, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into this palette. Let me grab some brushes. I only brought a few of them. I didn't really bring all of them, which kind of sucks not having all of my brushes, but it is what it is. Okay, so for the first brush, we're just gonna start off with a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna dip into Lil Smiley, which is this really pretty like yellowish shade right here, and that's gonna be the transition shade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip into it with my Morphe M573, and we'll zoom it in definitely. And I'm just gonna do it in circular motions. This is a really good way to like set the concealer, and in my opinion, this is just me, not all of you have to like be like this. But I feel like in like a lighter shade before you start doing your eyeshadow makes it pop a little bit more, if that makes any type of sense. That's a really pretty shade. Like, it's not too dark and not too light. I like that. Okay, now for the second shade, I think we're gonna dip into Chicana, which is this shade right here. If you guys don't know what a Chicana is, it's like somebody whose parents are like Mexican, and then somebody like me, somebody whose parents are Mexican, and then but she looks really white. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. But I'm not white, I swear. Not that there's anything wrong with being white, but I always get mistaken for being white when I'm Hispanic. So I think the names of the shades are super cute. My favorite shade name has to be Chingona, literally, and it's that red shade. So I was like, holy shit, it was meant for me to like this shade. Yeah, I miss my red hair so much, so much. I hope you guys got a chance to watch that video of me doing my hair, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, because let me tell you right now, that shit is so hard to get out. I literally had to dye my hair again today because the red started coming through. So I was like, no, I won't get hired at that job if I have red hair. So I was like, fuck, I gotta do this shit again, yeah, before I go back to Austin. So I was like, shit. I'm really just like packing the shade into this crease right here, and we're just like buffing it out. And I think we're gonna try and use as many shades as I can since we're doing a review, so we're definitely gonna cut the crease. Y'all know I love me a cut crease. And we're gonna use the Milani concealer to cut the crease. I need my flat brush. Since my eyes are so big, I have to cut the crease so fucking high, and I know it probably looks like you're probably like, bitch, what are you doing? But I promise once I like blend it all out, you guys will be like, holy shit, her eyes are really big as fuck. Literally, like, it'll make sense, I swear. And whenever I personally do a cut crease, it's one of my favorite things to not do my foundation and like the rest of my face until after, because usually I like to drag this concealer out, you know what I mean, and then I like to pat it out so it's like completely blended out. So if I do my whole face and it already has powder sitting there, and then I also do the concealer from the cut crease, it literally makes this section of my eye super cakey, and then my face right here will start looking super cakey and disgusting. Y'all, it's fucking nasty. So if you do a cut crease and you drag it all the way out to your face, like to the side of your eye, at least like right here, I definitely don't recommend that you do the rest of your face. So I suggest you do your eyes and your eyebrows first, and then go from there, if that makes any sense. Now I'm just patting this concealer out to make sure it's like blended out and really like into my eye. And I'm not going to set it with anything, we're going to be setting it with another shade. Okay, so now we're going to dip back into this palette, and we're going to dip into Chingona, which is this really beautiful red shade right here on the second row. And Chingona means like badass, so perfect shade. And I'm just going to pat it on. We're really just packing this shade on. We're not worrying about the fallout right now. We're not worried about any of that. The one thing I really like about this palette is that it's all mattes. I'm a really like all matte type of girl. I'm not really like a fucking sparkly eye. Like, it's one thing to do the whole eye matte and then add a little something, you know what I mean? But not the whole sparkly eyelid thing. That's not my shit. No, thank you. I cannot. Glitter gets fucking everywhere. All over your face. After you wash it off. And then it's legit stuck to you for like a fucking week. No, thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up a different brush, and we're gonna dip into Loca, which is this shade right here. It's like a really like orangey red tone kind of eyeshadow shade. So we're just gonna dip into it, and as you can see, like right here on the top of my lid, I still have concealer, so there's no shade. So that's where I'm applying this beautiful shade, and I'm just gonna pat it on and really just blend it into Chingona. Just so it goes from like light to dark. And I'm really just packing it on. Now I'm gonna pick up my fluffy brush and just blend it all out. Oh, this is so pretty. This came out a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest with y'all. Now let's go ahead and do the other eye, and we'll just fast forward it. Guys, I went ahead and did the other eye. We fast forwarded that bitch because we know it's going to take forever. So let me go ahead and just do my foundation and all that good shit. Guys, I have had such an amazing time here in Dallas, wherever, Arlington, wherever the shit I am. I am so happy to be here. Literally. Like, it feels so good just to get out of Austin. So good. Even if it's just for a few days. Like, a few days is better than just being stuck. You know what I mean? And I don't feel stuck, but I think sometimes we all need to get away. And of course, I have an amazing reason for that. Y'all remember, I have that badass mirror behind me, so I'm looking at my face. What I do is we all color popped out today. I got a ColourPop beauty sponge about to go in. Guys, right now when I was dyeing my hair, my head literally started burning right here on the top of my head, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is that shit burning? You know, I got scared. Anyways, so the top of my head was like burning while I was fucking washing my hair, and I'm like, why is my head, like my forehead burning? Like, I have no hair dye in it. Like, I don't understand why the fuck it's burning. So I get out of the shower and I'm like, okay, either I'm having an allergic reaction to something or my head is just fucking burning because my body wants me to complain. I literally got out of the shower and I looked like the fog get away from like the window and shit. And I came to get dressed, and then I went back and I opened the door, you know, so you could air it out. And I fucking go back in the bathroom, y'all, and I swear to God, I had like pimples upon pimples upon pimples just right here. Just like red bumps all over my fucking forehead. But literally just right here in this general area. So I was like, what the fuck? And that's literally where it was burning. So I was dead confused. Like, confused. And then it went away, so I was like, okay. Tripping. Sometimes my skin can be like really sensitive, so I don't know. I'm using the CoverGirl Clean Invisible Concealer. I just started using this and I think I really like it. I've had it in my vanity for a while, but you guys know we get new makeup, we forget about the old stuff. Not old, but we forget about the stuff that we have. So I was running out of concealer from the CoverGirl one that you guys know that I like a lot. And I found that one. So I was like, fuck, like I don't have to go buy another one, I have this one. And I was like, fuck, like maybe I didn't use it because I didn't like it, like maybe that's why I stopped using it. So it made me really nervous to bring it on my trip, because it's been a while since I've used it, but it's really pretty. So I've been using it my entire trip, and I've had no issues with it at all. Like cruising wise, it's like held its looks, so no complaints. It's just not as full coverage as I would like it, but I can always just add more concealer. I'll show you guys. So like right now you can still see a little bit of the under eyes, you know what I mean, from just adding that little bit. We're just gonna pop a little bit right there under, just one more time, just to add a little bit of like oomph, you know, so we look a little more alive. And we'll just like blend it back. But remember, we're bouncing the sponge, not dragging it, pulling on it, nothing. Because if you do that, then your shit is gonna look ugly and cakey and fucked up, and you're gonna have to start over. So just pat the beauty blender. I know your hand probably hurts by now, trust me baby, mine does too, but we're trying to look good and not busted. So just blend it and blend it. Your arm will get used to it once you do it for so long. My arm doesn't really hurt as much anymore because my arm just knows, you know, by now that this is what we do. See, look, as you can see, now it's a little bit more full coverage, and I look, oh, that bitch, she look good. She look good. You guys, I have so many exciting opportunities coming up, and I am so excited to share it with you guys. So excited. Hopefully Spencer lets me share all this shit with y'all, because not everybody is so like woohoo about me having a YouTube channel, because I be trying to record everything. Every motherfucking thing. Wow, my face looks so good. And I'm just making sure everything's just like blended out. And I'm just using the same sponge. I'm not adding extra product or anything. We're just blending it through. I know yesterday or this morning I was running out of this shit. So I was like, bitch. Yeah, I have no more. There's like very little left. I'll probably just use this to set under my eyes. Yeah, there's no more in there. Like, this is all that's left. I love that shit. And I'm just gonna pat this into my eye. We're not gonna set it because we don't have enough setting powder. So I'm just gonna pat it into my skin and just make sure it really sets that concealer. And we're only doing this under the eyes. We'll go over the rest of the face with some powder. It was something that I started doing, and it definitely avoids like a hella caked face. Because I'm sure you guys know from before, like I would just use setting powder just to bake or just to set the rest of my face instead of just using like a powder. But recently I started using like an actual motherfucking powder, like a human being, and it holds my makeup all day, like no oily, cakiness, nothing. So if you guys don't do this and you want to try something different, I highly recommend you guys try a face powder. I didn't think, like, I was like, hell no, that's too much shit, you know what I mean? Because if you really think about it, it's a fuck ton of stuff on your face. It's, you know, whatever serums you put before your makeup, then your foundation, then your concealer, then your eyebrows, then your setting powder. So it's like layers and layers and layers. But if you layer all the liquids first and then go in with the powder, there won't be any cakiness or anything like that. So you definitely can avoid a lot of that shit. You just gotta go with the steps, if that makes sense. So that's why I started doing my eyebrows first, because then I could be messy as fuck with my eyeshadow, you know? And then I can just always go in and clean it up. Now we're just gonna add a little color. I know this was supposed to be, this is still a review, but I can never help it but just still like walk through the steps with you guys, you know what I mean? Not that I'm like a beauty guru or anything, but I like spending the time like explaining this shit to y'all, like how I do it. Not necessarily that you have to be like me or fucking do the things that I do, you know what I mean? But I'm sure there's people out there that are like, ooh, how'd she do that? Or, you know what I mean? Not even just me, but like all over the fucking world. Like there's still some people that I watch on YouTube and I'm like, ooh, like I learn like stuff still, you know what I mean? So I definitely incorporate it into my videos, other stuff that I learned from other people, just so you guys learn too. So it's like a win, motherfucking win for everybody. If you guys know me, this is my favorite part. It literally brings me from a ghost to somebody who just got back from a beach. Literally. It makes me feel so good. I don't know why. You would imagine like it would be like highlight or something that would make me feel better, but hell nah, bitch. It's the bronzer. It's all about the motherfucking bronzer. It's my favorite. That has to be my favorite step, and doing my eyebrows. Not a lot of people make faces when I say that I like to do my eyebrows first, but I fucking love my eyebrows. Like, even though they're like really short, and I'm sure people are like, what the hell? I love my eyebrows regardless. Because I love myself, and I would never change anything about myself, ever. I can always do things to better myself if I want, but I would never change myself because people don't fucking like. Bitch, please. If I did that, boy, I would have to change so many things about myself. Not everybody's gonna like you, and I'm not here to be liked. Now I'm just gonna pop on some blush, just right here on the apples of my cheeks, just to give me a little bit of color. And it's okay if it looks like a lot right now. We'll go in later on and then blend that shit out. Now I'm just gonna pop on some mascara on my top lashes. Okay guys, now for the bottom lash line, we're gonna still pick up that Hola, Chola palette, and I really want to dip into Chingona again, but I think we're gonna try another shade just to give like a decent review. So I think we're gonna dip into Gata, which is this pretty gray shade right here. I really want to see if it like is a true gray shade, you know what I mean? Because it looks really gray in the pan, and when I did a swatch, oh my god, it really is. I have never owned a gray eyeshadow before. And if you're a girl and you know about makeup, you guys know how hard it is to find a really good gray, black, and white shade. And all three of those shades in here are so fucking pretty. Now we gotta add some mascara to the bottom. The one thing that I did forget on this trip is bottom waterline eyeliner. Because to be honest with you guys, I don't wear it that often. One of the shades that I really love to have on my bottom waterline to brighten up my eyes because they're so dark is the NYX Fox Whites in the shade Seashell. It's a really pretty light pink, but it's not like super pink to where it's like, ew, that bitch got pink eyeliner, but you know what I mean? So if you like white eyeliner, I suggest that one. It has a very small hint of pink. You can barely tell, but it's really pretty. I also have the blue one and the yellow one. I really want the lavender shade. It's so pretty. Like, I made such a mess on this bed. But like literally, I'll show you guys right now. Like, there's makeup all over the bed. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick up some ColourPop highlight. You guys know I live for ColourPop. It's my favorite. Just gonna pop this on my face. This is one of my favorite highlighters. I'm pretty sure this is Flexitarian. Yes, it is. I brought my favorite. I love all the ColourPop highlights, but bitch, this is my favorite. And I'm just gonna pick up some clear gloss to finish off this video. I've been obsessed with this lip gloss. I have some on my lip. This is a Bitty High Shine lip gloss. Guys, it's so good. I got this from Sally's. And it's like not thick or sticky. but it's just like the right amount of like. Okay guys, and that is the end of today's video. Overall, what do we think? I think I like it. The shades are super pretty. I think my most favorite thing about this palette is the fact that they're all matte shades. There's no shimmers in it, so it definitely gives you a lot of options. So, but if you like shimmer shades, I definitely wouldn't recommend this palette. I'm definitely more of a matte eyeshadow type of person, so I love this. And I love the shades. They're so pretty. You can create so many, literally so many looks with this. You can go from a dramatic, natural eye look and boom, like get off of work and create like a smoky eye look, like a bad bitch type shit. Like, you can create any type of look with this. So I highly recommend this palette if you guys love ColourPop, and if you've never tried it or you've never even tried doing your makeup and you're just learning, literally ColourPop is the best eyeshadow to start with. Anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe down below, and remember, if we get to 200 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.